I'll just get this right out of the way to begin with. There's been some smoke in the air over the weekend, and I don't know, maybe I'm a little bit sick, but the voice is a little bit off, so it's not going to be as performative with this, but hopefully it's just going to be for today, maybe a little bit into tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure about that, but the sales data came out for Independence Day, long weekend, and I've been waiting for this stuff, and I couldn't pass up the opportunity to take a look and see, in fact, that the prognostications of the former Anheuser Busch executive, Anson Fredericks, was 1000% correct, because you guys might remember this headline from over the weekend: Bud Light sales may drop even more. The former Anheuser Busch executive says, well, it sounds like this guy either had the inside track or he's just a bit clairvoyant, because we have the updates. And boy, are they not good, because we got the stock. You guys have been able to track the stock, and you can see it yourself. And we knew for a long time, a long old time, that the stock has been falling through the floor ever since the beginning of April. But it was on an uptick beforehand. Well, all of those gains are out the window. It's not even close anymore. $27 billion market cap loss. Holy man. Losing $4 billion a week. I mean, it's not tenable. It's not tenable for all those people that just go, oh, get woke, go broke. That's not a fair assessment of this situation. Which companies are actually going broke? You go ahead and you shift the goalposts there, stupid. You tell me, these boycotts, this societal backlash, doesn't just simply cut into the financial bottom line and doesn't cloud the reputation of a product, a business, or an industry if they do something completely adversarial to the desires, whims, and culture of their consumers. No, you need to go ahead and address this stuff appropriately. But yes sir, we have the sales data here. So stocks down, clairvoyant call from beforehand, just the Miss Cleo of the beer industry saying, oh, sales, me brother, are going to be going through the floor. And guess what? Well, it's kind of partially true. It's not the worst week that they had, but it's also couched in the fact that they tried to pull another rabbit out of the hat. They tried to. One tactic that kind of helped mitigate the losses back in May. You remember the Bud Light rebate, $15 off of a pack of already discounted beer. Any of your favorite Anheuser Busch brands would be more than happy to refund you and help trim your grocery bill to make this the best summer ever. Well, it sort of worked in May, but as we've just kind of languished in this cultural acceptance that Bud Light is nothing but tranny fluid at this point in time, the word has got out, and well, guess what? It doesn't matter if you give it away for free, you're dropping it off on people's doorsteps. Nobody's buying your product anymore, man. Damage is already done, and hey, even if you want to recoup some of those sales losses, well, it's also going to come at a steep financial cost, because if you want to get those numbers, because you can see Bud Light sales plunged 23.6% in 1 week period ending in July 8th. So if you don't want to be touching 30% anymore, you're basically going to have to sell that stuff at below cost. Is that what you're going to want to do? So it's a dangerous precedent that you're setting. You have one more long weekend, technically two of the summer. Well, Labor Day long weekend is the unofficial end of the summer, but we'll see if you guys last that long. What's going to happen? What's going to happen in the August long weekend if you guys don't deeply discount your beer to be about a quarter as expensive as Coors or Miller or Yingling, all of the alternatives that are going through the roof, while you guys are finding new and interesting levels of basements to drill right through? In the 4-week period ending July 8th, Bud Light sales dropped by 27.1% as the consumer boycott against Bud Light continues. Yo, man. So for technically the month of June, 27.1% drop. That's not good, man. We already knew that Modelo Especial overtook Bud Light as the #1 best-selling beer in the United States, and that basically solidifies it. They go through a couple more months of that for July and August, and that crown is the #1 best-selling beer. Oh, it's done. It's dusted, man. Sure hope Dylan Mulvaney can find his specialized can before then, because Bud Light, they'll be cutting costs and not handing out any more specialized cans going forward. Budweiser, another Anheuser Busch brand, saw a 6.6% drop in sales in the week ending July 8th, and a 10.7% drop in the 4-week period ending July 8th. Yo, some of those weeks weren't all that bad, but if you take a look in totality, that is sad, man. The sales data shows rival beer brands Coors and Miller Lite had a 30.2 and a 25.3% sales increase in the week ending July 8th. Yo, so guess who was killing it over the long weekend? Well, there you go. The other domestic alternatives. Special had a 20.7% uptick in the same period in comparison to last year. Yo, man. It's done. Bud Light is done. Boycott against a Bud Light began in early April after transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney posted advertisements on social media to promote the brand. But no, according to the CEOs, it was just one post. It was just one can. Stop. Come back. Nah, man. Conservatives have accused Bud Light of promoting transgender ideology. Well, yeah, no, that's exactly what they're doing by partnering with Mulvaney. And that other little weirdo who was also posting Bud Light partner as well. That was a long time ago. I can't keep all of these tranny names in mind. Who previously interviewed President Joe Biden about his support for the transgender procedures for minors. That was before Dylan got this shaved jaw or something like that. Didn't fix any of the facial hair problems. So, hey man, once the whole male to female grift ends up drying up, you got to go back to, regular life, right? Bud Light boycott was intensified by unearthed comments by Bud Light marketing executive. Well, she's no longer there, Alyssa Heinerscheid, when she trashed the brand's fratty and out-of-touch image. Heinerscheid and another marketing executive were fired. God damn it, I hate when my voice is out because there's so many funny things I want to do. For the Mulvaney partnership, the Daily Caller first reported. We talked about that at the time. Heinerscheid and Daniel Blake, out of there. Anheuser Busch is trying to win back customers with a summer marketing campaign featuring NFL stars. And yeah, again, that's not going over well. He had the Travis Kelce hilarious ad where, okay, just pretend, okay? And I don't want to have my water bottle besmirched, but just imagine I'm Travis Kelce here for a second. Hi, I'm here to sponsor Bud Light. It's a great beer and the check cashed. All right, thanks. And then just throws it and walks off set. The dude sat in a lawn chair, grunted to a bunch of guys that may or may not have been on the same set as his, and then he walked off. And he got paid for that. That was the extent of the ad. It was hilarious. I think that there's another ad that's out there as well. And probably, well, yeah, okay. The rest of the stuff that they're doing. Yeah, the giveaways, $10,000 a week. Wonder how well that's working. And they're just all coincidentally going to executives, and that'll cover for their bonuses. And the Bud Knight, yes, a mascot. Oh, the Bud Knight's coming back. Haven't really seen anything on that. Maybe he'll be out there shaking pom-poms on the sidelines when the NFL comes back. Yes, the company's CEO, Brendan Whitworth, refused to say in late June interview whether it was a mistake for Bud Light to partner with Mulvaney, and then that ended up spurring and triggering all of the lefties that were out there that originally had the idea that, oh, you didn't stand by Dylan, that means that you guys hate trans people. Just another reason why you never, ever, ever get in bed with these weirdos. Well, that and the different diseases that are associated with those activities. But the strongest support that's been out there? Well, that came from Charles Barkley, who we talked about yesterday. And I guess I missed this quote or just glazed over it. But NBA legend Charles Barkley called beer drinkers who boycott Bud Light and the tie-up with the transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney rednecks and assholes. Wow. All you rednecks or assholes who don't want to drink Bud Light, fuck y'all, the outspoken television commentator told a cheering crowd at the bar at Tahoe Lake, California. Well, of course you're in California, okay? Everything is basically mandated to have butt sex the moment that you cross over state lines. That's a trans man act. Barkley's comments were captured on video and the clips have gone viral. One clip, Barkley offers to buy people at the bar a Bud Light. Yeah, all you four nice gentlemen who are sitting on a one overturned stool. Oh, you guys like a Bud Light? He then taunted his critics saying, hey, y'all can't cancel me. I ain't worried about getting canceled. Yeah, because you're lining up on the right side of stuff. Like I said yesterday. I like some of the stuff that Charles Barkley says, but every once in a while, he just has the most outlandish and dumb takes. And this one right up there, Like, there isn't any mixed nuance like this. When you compare it to the Garth Brooks situation, somebody was just trying to appeal to everybody, but in actuality ended up appealing to nobody, and then, you know, the subsequent comments to clear everything up was even worse than the original statements that, yeah, we'll just let the customers decide, which was basically the underlying premise of his very borked announcement that, yeah, we're gonna have Bud Light at my new bar. But this one from Charles Barkley's like, yeah, I don't give a fuck what we doing out here. You want a Bud Light? Well, if you don't, then that means that you hate black people. Oh, Charles, why you gotta be like that? And like he said, he's not worried about getting canceled. Yeah, because his main gig is being an analyst for the NBA, and if there was a Colt 45 boycott, well, we know what side he'd end up lining up on there. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.